So you want to own a gym. You've done the math in your head already. Rent a building, buy some equipment, sign people up, collect the checks every month, walk in on a Monday night. Every rack is taken, every treadmill has a body on it. The front desk has a small line waiting to badge in. It looks like the easiest recurring revenue business on the planet. More bodies in the room, more money in the bank. That instinct is exactly backwards. Understanding why is the entire education you need before you sign a lease. A gym is not a fitness business. It is a subscription business wearing gym clothes. That difference is where every dollar of profit or loss comes from. Before you open, you're paying for something almost nobody budgets right, turning an empty box into a space for sweating bodies. A landlord wants 3 to 6 months of rent up front. That's before you've touched the space. Then the build-out begins. Impact rubber flooring runs $10,000 to $40,000. Locker rooms need moisture-sealed materials and drainage. That's another $10,000 to $50,000. Wall-to-wall mirrors alone cost $3,000 to $12,000. Then there's ventilation, which nobody budgets correctly. Codes require 20 cubic feet of fresh air per person exercising. Run that math on 100 people at peak hours. You need over 2,000 cubic feet of air per minute. That's not a fan, that's an industrial HVAC system. It alone can run $10,000 to $50,000. And that's before you've sold a single membership. Add the deposit, the build-out, the licenses, the insurance. Add the marketing push, and a cash cushion for slow months. A mid-sized gym can need $300,000 to $1 million just to get the front door open. And that's before the equipment. A commercial treadmill runs $2,000 to $8,000. A baseline cardio section needs 6 to 12 of them. Strength machines run $1,000 to $5,000 each, and a real gym floor needs 12 to 20 of them. Add racks, dumbbells, benches, and accessories. The equipment bill lands between $40,000 and $250,000. You either buy it outright and drain your cash reserve, or you lease it at around 8% interest a year. The lease bills you whether your gym thrives or dies. Location decides more of your fate than any other choice. It's more specific than people assume. 80% of members come from within a 10-minute radius. That is your entire addressable market. Not the city, not the metro area, 10 minutes. The income level there has to match your price point. A city storefront can run $100 per square foot. A rural strip mall runs $12 to $20. Get that mismatch wrong and you've locked in a rent bill. Your own neighborhood cannot support that bill, no matter how good your equipment is. Now here's the idea that explains this entire business. Picture every member splitting into one of two futures. In one, they train 3 times a week for a year. In the other, they come twice in January and vanish. Which member is more valuable to the gym? It's the second one, and it isn't close. The regular uses hot water and wears down the treadmill belt. They need towels laundered and take up floor space. The one who vanished costs the gym almost nothing. Their payment keeps landing every single month. 2 out of every 3 members rarely use their membership. That is not a flaw in the business. That is the business. Think about what the building can physically hold. A gym with 6,000 members can't fit a fifth of them. Fire code wouldn't allow it. Equipment couldn't support it. A gym floor is capped around 200 to 300 people. If 10% of 7,000 members showed up at once, you'd have 700 people in a room built for $250. The gym isn't selling access to a room. It's selling a bet that most members won't show up together. A large share won't show up at all. The forgotten membership is quietly one of the most profitable. There's a seasonal shape to the entire financial calendar. 12% of annual signups happen in January alone, driven by resolutions, discounted fees, and a burst of ads. That month hands an owner a large cash injection. But the wave that comes in fast leaves almost as fast. Half of new members stop showing up within 6 months. Of the January resolution joiners, 80% quit by summer. Experienced owners build their cash reserve around this cycle, and instead of spending the windfall as if it were permanent. There's a structural fork every owner faces early. Build independent or buy into a franchise. A franchise brings a known brand and a proven layout, standardized software, and better equipment pricing through corporate deals. That's genuinely valuable, but it isn't free. An upfront fee runs $20,000 to $60,000. An ongoing royalty takes 5 to 10% of revenue. Another 2% goes into a shared marketing fund. An independent owner keeps every dollar the business generates, but gives up the brand pull that speeds up profitability. The psychology behind unused memberships matters just as much. A membership is a promise made to a future version of yourself. Canceling means admitting the plan didn't work. Most people would rather keep quietly paying than confront that. Gyms design around this, whether members notice or not. Weight rooms get harder, more directional lighting. It makes muscle definition visible. Stretching areas use softer light to feel calmer. Faster music helps people push through a workout. None of it is decoration. It's aimed at keeping a member emotionally attached to the building long after they've stopped physically attending it. Leaving is never as easy as joining. Many contracts require cancellation in writing, in person, or by certified mail with 60 days of notice that guarantees the gym collects one more month of dues. A failed card causes 30 to 40% of cancellations. Gyms run entire departments chasing down failed payments before a member can drift away entirely. The fact that canceling is engineered this hard tells you something. A meaningful share of revenue depends on unhappy members. Then there are the costs nobody puts in the pitch deck. Background music needs public performance licenses from several organizations. Together they run $1,300 to $4,000 a year. Skipping it risks statutory damages starting at $750 a song. Heavy daily use wears down belts, cables, and upholstery fast. Mid-sized gym budgets $1,000 to $3,000 a month for repairs. Utilities for ventilation, lighting, and hot water add up too. That's $1,000 to $6,000 a month. None of it is dramatic on its own. Stacked together, it quietly eats the margin you planned around. History shows this model can break even at enormous scale. National chain can lock members into years of financed contracts. That looks brilliant on paper, guaranteed revenue years in advance. It can still collapse under lawsuits and debt. The parking lot outside can still look crowded. The lesson isn't that people stopped wanting to work out, it's that the math connecting costs to revenue broke. A full parking lot tells you nothing about the structure underneath. Mechanically, the business runs on one simple engine. Monthly dues times number of members minus fixed costs. $30,000 in fixed costs, $89 a member. That needs roughly 340 members just to break even. And below that number, the gym loses money every month. Above it, additional members are almost pure profit. The marginal cost of an inactive member is close to zero. New gyms rarely hit that number on day one. It can take 12 to 18 months to turn profitable, burning through the reserve the whole time. Annual churn runs 30 to 40%. A gym has to replace a third of its base every year just to stand still. Personal training is the second engine, and a strong one. The A trainer capped at 25 sessions a week at $80 each. That tops out near $100,000 a year alone. Small group formats break that ceiling. 4 clients at $40 each brings in $160 an hour. Even after the trainer's commission, that hour is far more profitable. Put it together and 2 very different years emerge. In the optimistic version, the right neighborhood, low churn, a strong training program alongside the base of members. Revenue lands between $500,000 and $1.5 million, with a net margin of 10 to 20%. That's $70,000 to $180,000 for the owner. In the realistic version, churn drifts to the high end. A cheaper chain opens 2 miles away. Equipment starts needing more frequent repair. That same gym slides into a single-digit margin, or a loss, during a slow season, while the parking lot still looks reasonably full most evenings. 167. The swing between those 2 years is well over $100,000. Almost none of it shows up as a single visible event, just a slightly higher cancellation rate, a slightly heavier repair bill, compounding quietly. 171. Until the number at the bottom of the spreadsheet looks nothing like the plan. 172. The people who do well in this business aren't the ones chasing memberships. They're the ones who understand churn as closely as they understand cash flow.